Today, I'd like to show you how you can use Fused and the AI to help you understand Python, specifically if you're not a programmer or if you are, but you're in another language like R or MATLAB or JavaScript, and you want to understand what is going on in Fused. So here I'm in this simplified view, and I have a user-defined function that returns some latitude, longitude, I'm guessing something called buffers, meters, max tree height. There's the code here, but if I don't understand Python, it's not a lot of help. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to make sure to be in the ask mode. So that means that the AI is not going to return code and change it. It's just going to answer my questions. And here I can come in here and I say, what is this code doing? I want to understand the logic of this code block, and I'm not a programmer, so keep it high level. I'm going to send it here. Because the AI sees the code, it's able to give me a high level explanation of what's going on. Purpose. Given a latitude, longitude, it tells you the tallest tree in meters that lies inside a small circular area around that point, around 250 meters. And then it sort of explains the step by step. So I could ask if want to change the buffer size to 100 meters, could I do that in this code? And so here it's going to be, yes, you can shrink. Here's where you can change it, explain in plain language. So there's something here. This is, I'm guessing, what I would need to change. And here you can see there's another AI that can help change it here. So I could say change this to 500 meters. So I'm coming in here and I don't need to necessarily understand all of this to still make some changes. Some things that I could tidy up, and then there's nothing else that's needed. I can also come in here and I can say, add some comments as to what this code is doing. And it's only going to get this highlight here. I can also come back here. I can go to the build mode and I could say, add comments explaining each section. So now I'm going to actually change the code. That's the difference between this build mode and this ask mode, is the build is able to change the code. In here, I don't want to change the logic, just adding comments. So here it's telling me I can add some utilities, create a geographic point, project a point to a metric system. So I could come in here and I could take this portion, come back to the ask mode and say, why is this piece of code important? Degrees aren't uniform distances. Latitude, longitude are angular units. 1 degree is 111 kilometers at the equator, but shrinks to 0 at the pole. So this is what it's doing. It's handling that piece. Another thing I want to show you is if you have some specific things that you want the AI to explain and others you don't, you can come in here to settings. And what you can do is you can come and create a new profile. I'm going to call this profile the researcher. I'm going to make this an ask profile. So I don't want it to change code for me. But when it's looking at code, I wrote a little bit of what I want here. So I'm a researcher with a deep domain knowledge in forestry. I know statistics very well, but have little programming knowledge. I'm familiar with R, which is a common other language for data science, but not so much for Python. So when explaining code to me, give me the equivalent in R. I'm also not familiar with cloud infrastructure, so please explain this in more detail to me whenever it's needed. I'm new to Fuse and I don't understand all the implementation of how Fuse works, so please explain this Fuse specifics. And I'm going to paste this in here. And this is going to be the sort of prompt that every time I'm in this mode, the AI is going to see and answer. So now I can come here. I can make sure I'm in this researcher mode and I can say, explain this code to me. I don't need to give any more specifics about who I am or what I do. And here you'll see that it does this really interesting thing. It doesn't just explain, it gives a rough R equivalent. So I can understand a little bit more what's going on, which libraries are being used. I could ask it to, change the whole code, write it in R, but it wouldn't be able to run in Fuse. But here I'm able, as I go, to understand what's going on. These are just some of the ways that you could use the Fuse AI to sort of help you learn and understand about Python, specifically if someone else has written some code, or asking the AI to write code for you. That's it for today. I'll see you next time.